If you cry easily, this video is for you. Not to fix you, not to explain why you are too sensitive, but to finally tell you what is actually happening inside your mind. Because what psychology has found about people who cry easily will completely change how you see yourself. Here is what most people never hear. Crying easily is not emotional weakness. It is emotional depth. And there is a significant difference between the two. Psychologists have found that people who cry easily tend to process emotions more deeply than others. Your brain does not just register feelings and move on. It sits with them. It examines them. It feels the full weight of them. And that capacity is not a flaw. It is one of the rarest forms of emotional intelligence. Here is the part that will surprise you. Research consistently shows that people who cry easily score significantly higher in cognitive empathy, the ability to understand and feel what another person is experiencing. When someone in the room is hurting, you do not just notice it. You feel it. When a story moves you, it is not because you are fragile. It is because your nervous system is doing something extraordinary. It is building a bridge between your experience and someone else's. And that bridge is what makes human connection real. But here is the psychological truth that nobody talks about. Most people who cry easily spend years believing something is wrong with them. They apologize for their tears. They hide in bathrooms. They rehearse the phrase, "I am fine," until it becomes automatic. And all of that hiding costs something. Because when you suppress emotional depth, you do not become stronger. You become more disconnected from yourself, from others, from the parts of you that actually make you remarkable. Psychologists call this emotional suppression, and research from Harvard University shows it is directly linked to higher levels of anxiety and lower emotional resilience over time. The people who cry easily but learn to understand their sensitivity rather than fight it, they develop something called emotional regulation. Not the ability to feel less, but the ability to feel fully without being destroyed by it. That is the real strength. Not the person who never cries, but the person who cries and still moves forward. Here is what I want you to understand. Your tears are not a sign that you are falling apart. They are a sign that you are still connected to what matters, to what hurts, to what is real. In a world that rewards emotional numbness and calls it strength, feeling deeply is an act of quiet courage. You were never too sensitive. You were just surrounded by people who had already stopped feeling. Pathless mind. The world does not need you to cry less. It needs more people who still feel enough to cry at all.